You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Welcome to the hood table, everybody. Come on in, come on in. How's it going? What's going on, everybody? What day is it? Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday, and that means it is February 9th. And tomorrow is February 10th, and it's my son's birthday. He'll be 20 years old, my youngest son, who y'all have seen here on the show before. So please help me wish Cameron a happy birthday. Thank you so much. But everybody, come on in. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you hit us up on Facebook, IG, Twitter, Stereo, and also thehoodtable.com, our website. Today we are going to be reviewing Belle Collective, which you guys know is one of the newest shows that I am falling in love with. We are on season 1. We are on episode 4, and the title of this particular episode was called Bad Brunch Behavior. And we've been seeing a lot of this. I mean, this was what? The second brunch since the beginning of the show. Was only the 4th episode. I'm like, if this was bad brunch behavior, what do they call the last brunch that just went? I mean, it was horrible. It was horrible. But anyway, if you have any comments about anything I speak on or any of the characters or storylines, please feel free to put it in the comment section. And also, hold on one second. Hold on one second. One second. Okay, so sorry about that. So sorry about that. I just told y'all my son's birthday is tomorrow. He is in there partying it up in his bedroom, and I can hear the music like really, really loud. So, anywho, I have to call him and tell him to turn the music down a little bit. But anyway, back to what I was speaking on. We're going to be discussing season 1, episode 4. Feel free to put your comments in the comment section down below and let me know what you thought about this episode. Starting off, we start off with the beautiful Tambra. Now, I do think that she's a really beautiful woman. Her voice, though, is going to have to grow on me. That high, whiny, squeamy, that valley girl thing or whatever she's doing. I'm like, child, ooh, about to get on my nerves. But anyway, Tambra, you know, she's the DJ. She's the radio personality, you know, for WRBJ FM. And she's meeting up with her, at the beginning of the show, she was meeting up with one of her mentors by the name of Ramona. Now, being that Ramona is actually the general manager for the local Fox 40 station in Jackson, Tambra sometimes reaches out to her for advice. The two ladies have met up for food and drinks, you know, to basically discuss Tambra, her future, her career, you know, and her personal life as well. Mrs. DJ, who still has her eyes set on going national, is wondering if maybe Jackson, Mississippi is holding her back from doing just that. So, after working in radio, getting a taste of TV, television, working behind the television set, the television video or on the video sets or whatever. She's also an author. She done wrote a book as well. But she believes out of all the things that she's done that she's ready to expand her career. And again, she wants to go national. But as far as relocating, if she was, she might have to relocate. That sometimes, come into play. Sometimes your job just takes you somewhere else. So, relocating isn't always a bad thing. But is she ready for all that? She's still dealing with, does she want to have children? Does she want to be in a relationship? Her family is on her back, her parents, on her back about, when you gonna settle down, have some kids, give some grandbabies, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the kids go, last episode she did mention, how she had frozen some of her eggs, and not too many people in her life was aware of that, but they are now. It's on national TV now, so everybody know you got some frozen eggs somewhere in somebody's freezer. But also, it just so happens that Ramona, her mentor, she never had kids either. So again, they do, have a lot in common. Being in radio, being in production, not having children. Ramona, even though she hasn't had kids, though, she still has like some regrets, about putting children, to the side in order to pursue her career. So Ramona was giving her, or at least trying to give her some great advice. One of the things she said was, let God guide your footsteps. But Tambra, all I gotta say is, if you want to have kids, have kids. If you're not ready, don't. I hate when people try to force you into having kids. Don't wait too late. Woo, 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 woo. But if you are trying to have kids, Tambra, girl, frozen eggs or newly hatched eggs, you don't want to wait till you an old woman to have them kids. Ain't nobody trying to be chasing around no kids, no babies around the house in their 50s and 60s. That is, of course, unless it's like your grandchildren or your nieces or nephews, that's different. When I'm in my, y'all know I got my first grandbaby on the way from my oldest son, right? And the baby is doing May, and I already started ordering things. I got a box today that I ordered. Him and his girlfriend there on the Target registry. So I got a box today that I ordered. I told him I'm going to order stuff every few weeks, up until it's time for the baby to come. And then, of course, after that, too, because the baby going to be spoiled. But anywho, back to the story here. She was like, basically telling her, just do you take your time, figure it out. If you're still trying to go nationwide and all that kind of stuff, I think you still got, you got a little time. You got a little time, especially if your eggs is frozen. It ain't like you got to carry it. You ain't got to try to make the babies. You can have them by yourself because she is single. Let's not forget that she is single, at least for now. For now. If she decides to have kids or not, that Damon, that ex of hers, whoo, he is sexy. He's nice. He's soft on the eyes. He's soft on the eyes. He got all those big old muscles in his arms. And that smile, his eyes. He is very, very handsome. And even though their relationship didn't work out, I can definitely see why she stayed with him so long. That's a beautiful man, y'all. That's a beautiful man. But even after separating, the two of them, they still seem to be, very good friends, which is a good thing. It's always a good thing to be able to sit down, have a discussion with your ex, see each other out and about, give each other a hug. Hey, what's up? Give some that. How you been? What, how the kids, how the wife, how the hub, that's always a good thing. But per Tambra, she believes that the both of them were partly at fault, responsible for, their failed relationship. It always takes two to tango. She claims that he used to do so many romantic things with her in the beginning of the relationship, and then it stopped. Y'all ladies know what that's like. Y'all, we know what that's like. And that is what a lot of men tend to do after they get you. After they get you and they claim you and you belong to them and they belong to you, sometimes all that whining and dining becomes very few and far between. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, a lot of men also complain about how us women folk be giving it up left and right in the beginning of a relationship. Then one day, out the blue, we be acting as if we are in the business of practicing abstinence. Like some women be finding every reason possible to sustain from having sex when it comes to being with a man. No more sex, no more getting all dolled up, no more makeup, no more hair, nails, weed, whatever, no more stilettos, no more sexy lingerie, no more nothing but nag, 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 nag. Now that's what the men say, not me. That's what the men say about us. But from Demond's perspective, he felt like their relationship started to go downhill once Tambra dove headfirst into her career. And I can see how the combination of those two things, those two issues, might have put a lot of strain on their relationship. But from the looks of it, there seems to be some hope for maybe a second time around with those two. What do y'all think? Because they were sitting there looking all cute things, getting along really well. And I just was like, that might be your baby daddy, girl. That might be your baby daddy. And again, if she still decides, that she doesn't want to have any kids, ain't nothing wrong with practicing like you're trying to have kids, especially if you practice it with him. Whew, that man, he was cute, y'all. He was just yummy. Ooh, I was like, But okay, anyway, moving right along. Let's discuss Marie and her situation at home with her son. Marie is a self-made millionaire, the CEO of the Hamilton Davis Mental Health Empire. And her son had made arrangements to go get some much needed counseling. During their session, she replayed to the counselor or the therapist a snippet, just a little bit of her son's, his explosion, his blow up, his temper tantrum, whatever you want to call it. Marie, as we can see, desperately needs help with the relationship between her and her son. But was it just me? Or did her son seem to act as if he'd rather be on the basketball court with his teammates instead of sitting on a couch spilling out his innermost thoughts and feelings, spilling all the tea? I was like, is he even paying attention? Is he even listening to the words coming out of his mother and the counselor's mouth? It didn't look like it, y'all. It didn't look like it. And then when the counselor, oh Lord, when the counselor, after giving them some advice, he told Marie, never, ever record your son again. And I was like, and why the hell not? Why shouldn't she record him again? For one, she shouldn't only continue to record him, but also put some cameras up in that house if she ain't got some already. The way he was yelling at her, screaming, disrespecting her, punching holes all through the house, I'm like, and you telling her not to record anything anymore? I feel like this, just in case she has to defend herself from her own son, them cameras might come in handy one day for her own defense team. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, for real. Okay, a child with that much rage in them just might take it to the next level, all upside your head, if you don't get them under control. And she up there feeding him, providing for him, providing for all his kids and baby mamas. I'm like, shit. That money, all that money she's spending on him ain't all the money in the world. Would not have me doing all that. When those kids got a whole daddy, they got a whole mama. You know what I'm saying? Being there to support your children is one thing. What Marie is doing is enabling that boy to continue down the path that he is on, which is basically knocking up women left and right. Yeah, he going to school and that's a good thing. But what's the use of going to school if you got 10, 12 babies to take care of? You would literally have to make several $1,000,000 a year to be well off for you and the kids. And you got to take care of the baby mama too. I'm just saying. I hope he makes it all the way to the NBA because he gonna need some NBA money to take care of all them kids. But again, you can't be enabling your children by taking care of all their responsibilities just because you have the pocketbook to do so. And that's just how I feel. And if he's going to keep on knocking up women left and right, the least he could do is knock up some women who got some money, who got their own pocketbook, so that his mother doesn't have to keep providing for him and for his kids and for their baby mamas. But anywho, again, moving right along. Let's discuss Letitia. We know she's the CEO of the National Women's Brunch Organization. So, the building that Letitia was interested in buying is not up for sale. She was so excited to get started on that building to find out it's not for sale. Now, because of that, she was extremely crushed, even though she can still have the building if she wants. She can lease the building because it's available to lease. But for the amount of money that it required to renovate and bring it up to code, I don't know. I was like, Letitia, girl, is there possibly any other vacant buildings in that area that might be suitable, that might be a good fit? One that possibly doesn't cost around $2 million to upgrade. I'm like, child, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But I mean, if you got to go for it, honey, if you got to go for it. I mean, she did say that with the money that she'll be bringing in, from renting out the venue space upstairs and with the brunch, location downstairs, her restaurant, she will be able to recoup that money. But that might be so. But you ain't buying the building, girl. The owner talking about leasing the building and possibly, maybe one day selling it. One day down the line, through the years, maybe this decade, maybe the next decade. Ain't no telling if they'll decide to sell it or not. But me personally, I just think that's just way too much money to be putting in a spot without your name going on the deed. And let's say she does really well. Let's just say her business just blows up, at that location over the next few years. Who's to say that the owners won't be like, oh snap, we oh, what was that? Oh, sorry, that's my ring. I think my son is taking the dog out. Yep, he's taking the dog out. Yep, he's taking the dog out. The birthday boy is taking the dog out. So my ring, that was my ring notification that somebody is at the front door. But anywho, they might be like, you know what? We decided that we're not going to put this location up for sale because it's good for business to continue leasing it. $2 million put in a location to lease it. That's a lot of money. And then, like, if you're never going to buy it, I don't know. Well, y'all let me know what y'all think. But anyway, as far as Letitia's brunch, let's get down to the juicy shit. Why did I just assume that it would go a lot smoother this time, especially with Tambra, available to host it this time? Last time around, Tambra, who normally hosts the brunches, she had a prior engagement to attend, so she couldn't be there last time. But just like last time, it did start off at start with a positive start. The ladies all showed up. They looking beautiful, hair, nails, the beautiful Southern Belle outfits and hats on and everything. But somebody just had to show out with their behavior as well. Not only was the lady showing out with their clothes and they get ups, but somebody also had to show out with their behavior. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me first start off saying that I can certainly understand why some of the black ladies were confused as to why Antoinette's friend got so upset and ran out. I'm like, where the hell she going? I mean, for all they know, she could have been just, upset, mad, and ran out of there because she was tired of hearing the shit that they were saying about prejudice and racism. Instead of taking it all in, what we go through as people and our struggle, with racism and people being prejudiced, she ran out of there crying and being all defensive. I was like, girl. And then she had the nerves to say, hold on, let me try to say it the way she said it. She was like, White people, we just don't treat you guys like that. We used to attack y'all like early in the 1900s, but now y'all are attacking us. What I tell y'all, I was too done. I was like, too done. I was like, what in the entire hell is she talking about? Now we all know that of course, everyone is not the same. Not all black people are the same, nor are all white people all the same, or any race for that matter. So yeah, she might not be prejudiced. Her family might not be prejudiced, but don't make like black people haven't and still don't deal with racism to this very day, sus. Then after that, I couldn't help but to think just how close are Antoinette and Kaylon? Because they are friends, and we have seen Kaylon over and over since, the season began. But for Kaylon to be white with black friends, she was really upset after, hearing the types of prejudice behavior the ladies have all experienced. And did y'all see the expression on her face? Like, go back, rewind to right before she jumped up to run out that room. Look at the expression on her face. If that white woman didn't look scared to death, she looked scared to death and back. She was looking as if she was about to get a beat down for every wrong thing that has ever been done to us at the hand of white people. She looked so frightened. And then I was like, girl, where you going? But anyway, what I had mentioned earlier about bad behavior, this is the second brunch in a row that Marie seems to have sabotaged, at least to me. This is just my opinion. Now, granted, Kaylin, she was a bit much. But Marie didn't make it any better. Again, her friend Letitia spent all kinds of money, all kinds of time to put together a beautiful brunch. And again, Marie was acting more uncouth than like a Southern belle. There is no way. Like, man, okay. These ladies are being brought together to try to do business together. To bring back Fair Street. And there's no way I would ever want to venture into any type of business with that woman. Nope. Can't do it. Won't do it. And then the crazy thing about it is that she's the one at home dealing with a kid that she can't control. So, like I said last week, her behavior is just as bad as her son's behavior. Yet, she wants him to seek counseling for his anger issues. I digress. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, even with me saying all of that, Kaylon, she was still wrong for calling Marie a nobody. I mean, she was wrong. That was a disrespectful thing to say, and it is a disrespectful thing to say to anyone. And it really hits harder when it's being directed from a white person to a black person, especially after Kaylon just heard about their experiences dealing with racism. But nevertheless, Kaylon wasn't about to be just sitting there and take a shit from Marie. She was not about to let Marie sit there and talk to her any kind of old way. No, sirree. Marie told Kaylon that she needs to bounce on up out of there. To which Kaylon responded, make me. Actually, she didn't say make me, but that's what she wanted to say. Make me, bitch. That's what she wanted to say. But instead, she said something like, well, come here then. Come here then. Now, if she was probably a sister girl, she probably would have said, make me. Make me. You going to come over here and you might swing or you might do something. You might end up pulling a nub back. Kayla was like, come on over here. Come make me. Pull me up out of this seat and make me. Put me out. Child, y'all. I cannot wait till the next episode comes on. I truly cannot wait, and it comes on in a few days. So I hope y'all watch it because I'm going to watch it, and then we're going to review it together. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got on this episode. Again, make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, IG, Stereo, and on thehoodtable.com. And don't forget to put your comments in the comment section and let me know what you thought about this episode or any other storylines or characters. Thank you so very, very much. And as usual, stay blessed, be safe, remain vigilant, and always, always keep it hood. Bye.